Back when we were kids, the most popular book to check out from the library wasn't The Giver. Or Hatchet. Or even Are You the God? It's me, Margaret. And that's because useless trivia beats teen angst every day of the week. From the man with the longest fingernails to the human being who held his breath the longest, since 1955, every crazy fact under the sun has been tabulated in one place, their Guinness World Records. But this enduring and ever-changing book became a kid's classic because once upon a time, one old guy wanted to settle a bet about birds. Sometime in the early 1950s, a man named Sir Hugh Beaver argued with his friends about what the fastest game bird in Europe really was. At the time, Beaver was in charge of the Guinness Brewery, yep, the same one that makes beer, and Beaver was hanging out with his buddies at a shooting party. The trouble was, Beaver and his cronies couldn't find a reference book to settle the debate. And so, Beaver set out to correct that problem, forever. Well, actually, he didn't personally make the record book happen. Instead, his fact-checking twin brothers Norris and Ross McWhirter were brought on to tackle the project upon their recommendation of one of Beaver's employees at Guinness, a guy named Christopher Chatterway. So, the creation of the Guinness Book of World Records stems from a rich guy being pissed about not being able to look up a bird fact, and then one of his employees at the brewery hiring some really efficient fact-checkers to write a book of lists. It's kind of impossible to imagine this happening today. Now, in its 63rd year, the Guinness Book of World Records has been published consistently every year, even though it has changed publishers numerous times. The format and the subjects covered have changed over time, too. While the mid-20th century entries tended to focus on records connected to nature, those damn bird facts. Gradually, the publication moved toward tabulating achievements of people. For example, according to the 2012 Guinness World Records, the most batons ever juggled at one time happened in 1999 when Françoise Rochayas tossed 7 of them at the same time in Japan. Seems low, right? You'd think Siegfried and Roy have juggled more batons than that, but nope. Though the sizes and formats of the Guinness World Record books have changed over the years, in the 21st century, it definitely shifted towards a large, hardcover tome filled with photographs. And that's because a format like that is way more appealing to kids, who already loved the books anyway. The 2019 edition of the book has categories ranging from stuff kids didn't know they wanted to know. The largest yo-yo is 11 feet wide, to stuff no one wants to know. Some guy named Franz Huber swallowed 28 swords at the same time. The current edition of the book also has tons of records that will be compelling to kids, including categories about video games, crazy huge toys, and Star Wars.